lookup. Basically, look up the value on the basis of data. Find the data. We will use the lookup. For example, in this project, we will continue. We will write down the number present or absent value. So we will do this. Now, particularly, we will basic of this data. For example, if I am doing with this data, roll number, name, subject 1, subject 2, subject 3. Yes, here we will write down this data about the employee number, name, employee name, done. Basic salary, HRA, and DA, and total. Employee number. Here we will write down 1001. Now go for the fill series command. In this series command, it's a column value. This is a step value. Write down the step is 1 and stop is 10. It is working or not? We will find out this value. Fill series column value, step value is 1 and stop value is 1009. Now it is working or not? Yes, now it is working. Stop value is according to which value we will be fine. 1 and stop value is 10015. For example, then okay, then value is 1015 according to this value. Now control Z, this value we will only for 1019 and last value 1110 value we will have only for 10 values. We can do simple VLOOKUP, that's why. Now we will go for the employee name. Here you can see employee name and write down first name is Nidhi and drag this value. Automatically all other name is coming. How it is possible? This is not possible whenever you write the individual value at that time. Now we will use the series command same in the employee name also. Employee name we will use the series command also. So how it is do for the series command in employee name? How we can do this employee name in series command? Now we can employee name using this series command. How it is useful from your side? This is very important part in the Excel. Then how it is useful? For example, file, option. In this option, you have one command is advanced option. Advanced option, this is an added custom list. You have create your own list. Training, Excel, Word, PowerPoint. If I'm write down this value for the employee name, then we will write down Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Java, C, C++, DBMS, 3, 3, 6, 7, 8, then 9 is iPhone, then PHP, you can do this. This is all are the languages, 3, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and add this value and okay this value. The first value is a training value. If we write down the first value name, it's a training. Write down this name is training and drag this value. Automatically all other name is coming. This is called as an employee name. Now the basic salary, I will do this, the random between function, and the bottom value is 100 and top value is 500. Then we can do this basic salary, this one. HRA. HRA is our percentage. For example, we will write down 15%. This 15% plus we will add this value is 5%. This is 20%. And 20%, this will be go for the next 60%. DA, I will write down 120, 150, 160, and so on, 120, 150. This value plus 50 values. It's a 200 and so on. Now the total this value, this is a sum value. This value is automatically changed because this value is a random between function. This value is a change. So we can do this. This value cannot be changed also. We can do this. Multiply this value and 15% plus this GA value. This is 120 value. Then add this value. Now you can see here, whenever I'm pressing F9, the every time the value will be changed. So value will be fixed from that. We copy this value. If we will copy this value, now it is put this value here. This is paste as a value. Now the put the value here and all the border, you can see that this is all are the border. Now this border, you can use this border. Now this data, whenever I'm pressing F9, this data is not changed. It will be fix your data. Now it will be not changing your data. So this data is fixed data. I will convert to into the percentage. You can convert here to the percentage value. So now this is our data. You can see here employee name dragging function. It is a very useful from your side. When we use this functionality, when the data is predefined. For example, in your company, some data is employee data is a constant. It will be not changeable. Salary data is not changeable from every day. It will be changed from after the year. So whenever I'm putting the first employee name, all other employee name is automatically come. That's why we will use this data. We will use for data series. This data series, it's a different from Excel data series. We can provide your own data series with using of advanced added custom list function. But make sure that added custom list option is only available from the 2007 and after version, 2007 and before 2007, or this version. This will is not available. This is Excel 2010. This option is available only for the after 2007 version. If you have a 2007 Excel, then this option is not available from your side. So make sure that this option is available from your side. Then after you can do this total salary, this value, and this is your function. Now you can see, you cannot see here the formula. This is pasted as a value. That's why you can see only the value, not the any command. So you can see here only the value, not the any function. Here function is available, here function is not available. Now you can see that function is only available when the data available. Now our data is prepared. Whenever you, why this function is not available, whenever you can give your data to some another person, at that time, your formula does not know to anyone. That's why you can put only for paste as a value. Now our functionality, basic functionality is VLOOKUP. First we will discuss with a lookup, then we will discuss with a VLOOKUP. Lookup value, lookup factor, result factor. These all are the parameters. Now we will discuss with the VLOOKUP. Lookup value, table array, column index number, range lookup. Range lookup is optional. Why it is optional? Because it is in square bracket. We will put down lookup because lookup is lookup value, lookup vector, result vector. Result vector is what? Result vector is optional. Why it is optional? Because this is in square bracket. How many types of lookup is available? First, lookup, then VLOOKUP, next H lookup. This all are the lookup is available. Different lookup is also available. X lookup is also available. This is XOR. This is X lookup is available. We can see lookup, VLOOKUP, and H lookup. Look the value in the data, searching the value between the data. At that time, we will use the lookup parameter. VLOOKUP, it's a vertical lookup. It's called as a vertical lookup. It's called as a vertical lookup. It's called as a horizontal lookup. It is only for lookup. If your data is on a horizontal way, then you can use the H lookup. If your data in a vertical way, you can use as a vertical lookup. Lookup, why we use the lookup? Search the value in the data part. That's why we will use searching the value in the data part. That's why we will use this value. For lookup value, we will use this value, merge and center, and bold value. Lookup this value, vertical lookup, horizontal lookup. Now it is clear. Lookup is searching the value anyone place, and we will use as a vertical lookup, horizontal lookup. This all are the lookup option basically. 5% cases we will use the lookup. 95% cases we will look the VLOOKUP. Then what about the H lookup? H lookup basically in the Excel data, you can see never Excel data is not coming on the horizontal way. Excel data always coming on the vertical way. That's why 95% cases we will use the lookup and VLOOKUP. Lookup is only 5% because all the parameter of lookup we will consider into the VLOOKUP. So we will VLOOKUP is very useful whenever the data is go for that. In the next part, higher part, it's an index match. VLOOKUP to VLOOKUP also. Index and match option also available. Then VLOOKUP, this multiple VLOOKUP is available. Multiple VLOOKUP is what? You know about the multiple if. If combine the if, that is called multiple if. Now VLOOKUP intersign the VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP combined with the another VLOOKUP is also available. This is called as a what? Multiple VLOOKUP also available. Then 5% cases we will use the lookup. 95% cases we will use the VLOOKUP. HLOOKUP is not generally used in the market. But yes, we will discuss the HLOOKUP if 1% case if data is available in a horizontal way, then you can use the HLOOKUP. This is all are the lookup functionality. Index functionality and match functionality is also available in the Excel, but we will discuss in the further video because this is a advanced part. This is only for basic of the lookup part. So we will discuss first the lookup parameter. First, the syntax of lookup. First is lookup value, second is vector and result vector. Here you can see lookup value, lookup vector and result vector. You can see here lookup value, second is lookup vector and third is result vector. Then how we bifurcate? In an Excel, for example, whole the Excel, we will not basically point out the lookup and VLOOKUP, but we will point out only whenever in Excel, write down the parameter is value. Value, it means that only one parameter, only one Excel cell reference. If I write down vector, it means that only one cells Excel, only one Excel file cell reference. Right? Vector is mean that what? Vector, it means that multiple cell reference. You can tool it array also. Multiple cell reference, it's called vector. Single value, it's called value. This is vector. This is value. Lookup. Lookup, it's what? Here we see the lookup parameter. Lookup value, lookup vector and result vector. Here is also vector. Vector, it means that what? Multiple cell reference. You can say that array. It means that this is called multiple cell reference. What do you mean by the value? This is called single value. This is your single value. Vector is mean that what? Multiple value. This is called as a vector. Lookup, lookup value, lookup vector, result vector. Right? For example, I'm finding the value of 1005. We have a lots of data, and the lots of data we have. On the basis of roll number, we will find out the other value. Then we will use as lookup value. For example, we have a 1005 data. On the basis of 1005, we will find out the employee name, basic salary, HRA, DA, and total value. On the basis of this value, we will find out. On the basis of this value, how we will find out? We can use lookup parameter, right? So lookup is a very useful from your side. But yes, Excel if you can use the Excel, then you can use only VLOOKUP. Now we will find out how the lookup is working. For example, we have a 10 employees data. Now, in the next file, we will find out this value. Otherwise, in the same file, we can also find out employee number. Here we will write down employee number. Then we will, on the basis of employee number, we will find the employee name, basic salary, HRA, DA. We will find out the and total. We can find out this value. Here we can go for the data validation. In the data validation, we will use the list and list. In this list, We will use this functionality also. Now, yes, data validation is also working in a 2007 and after version, because otherwise else data validation only work in the same file. Other file it will be not work. For example, if the employee number, we will find out the employee number here for using of data validation list functionality. So this list functionality data validation we will be not use here. If the version is 2007, different Excel sheet it will be not working. It will be work only for same Excel sheet. So make sure that your version is not previous version. This version is only for 2010 or after version. This is very useful from your side, because there are lots of manuals not available in the 2007 and previous version. Here is the employee number here. Now employee name, basic salary, HRA, DA, total. What can we do? We can do using of lookup. We will find out the value of data validation. Lookup. First is lookup value. Then is lookup factor. And third is result factor. First is lookup value. This is your lookup value. Second is lookup factor. Yes, lookup value and lookup vector is in same Excel range. For example, B31 is your also employee number, which one we look up you, which one you find out, and the range is in same Excel combination of the multiple number. You can give this range is allowed, and the last is result vector. Result vector is employee name. Now first is lookup value, second is lookup factor, third is a result factor. Enter this value. The value is what? Now we will go for the next value, 1008. The value is DBMS. If I am finding this value is another value is 1005. Now go for the basic salary. This is lookup value. This is lookup factor, and result vector is different. First and second parameter it will be same. Result vector is what? Basic salary. Then we will put here the basic salary. Now, in the previous video, we will discuss that if the any value range is same, so at that time we can what? We can freeze this value if we want to freeze this value. But here we can freeze the B3, B31. We will freeze one. Then this parameter is also freeze. Only for result vector is changed, because result is depending on the value. So we can do this. Yes, we can do this, but every time result vector we can change this value. Now here it's a lookup value, then vector. Vector is what? Lookup vector is this one. This is lookup vector, and result vector is what? You can put out the result vector is HRA. This is a coming from percentage side. This is 35%. You can see here. Now you can easily change this number according to result is changed. This is called as VLOOKUP. Then we have a DA. This is a lookup. Lookup value. This is our lookup value. Then vector. This is a vector, and result vector is what? DA. Now is total. Lookup value, this is your lookup factor, and result factor is what? When I'm changing this value, change the every value, it will be changed. This is called as lookup. Now you can find out every value with the lookup. This is a simple lookup. You can use this lookup. Yes, in Excel, we can use the multiple formula at same place. Multiple formula at the same place is what? Multiple data we will use at the same place. Multiple formula we will use on the same place. At that time, we will use at the lookup. Employee name, basic salary, HRA, TA, and total. right? Now you can see here, whenever I'm going from not using from data validation, why we use the data validation from, for example, you have one question, why we use the data validation? Lookup is working, or lookup is working with your result. Why we use the list functionality? We cannot use the list functionality. Yes, so we can, fine, we will not use the list functionality. If we will write 1005, yes, it is working. Why we use the list? If I am write 1009, it will be also working. Then why we use the list? One question is your in your mind. So what can you do? Yes, if I am write down 1212, this value is not available in your list. Then press the enter. You can see result is come. This is wrong result. Why did this is wrong result? This parameter is not available in your Excel file. Then how the result is coming? Because lookup is always match the approximately match. It's not match the exact match. So result is not perfect working. You can see here result is not perfectly work. Lookup have only 3 parameter. You have no any options is exact match or approximately match. Right? Lookup have a 3 parameter, not exact match and approximate available here. So this is a main disadvantage become a lookup and VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP have a 4 parameter, and the last parameter is exact match or approximately match. If you do with the VLOOKUP, at that time you cannot do the any data validation. You cannot put the data validation, then it's okay. But when we use the lookup parameter, at that moment you always use the data validation with using of list. And this one is your list. What is your input message? You can put out the input message. For title is please select any value here. Alert message stop. You can do the stop. Enter value is not in list. Not in list. Okay. Data validation, all the input message, all the message is a title part and message part also. Please select any value here. If my cursor is here, when I put here, at the time, input message is here. If I am write down 1212, this is not available in the list, not in a list message is available. So this is called error part of data validation, and this is called input message of the data validation also. You have not put it the title also, then you can remove the title and you can put only message also. Then this way only for message is coming, please select any value whenever you. This is one type of, you can say the comment part also, then you can do the comment part with your comment part. So this is only for your reference, which value is selected, how it is selected, because my cursor is here. At that time, we don't know this is a drop down box is here. So we will put this value here. Drop down box is here. So we will check that yes, please select the value is here. That's why it will be created. Please select value is here. This all are the values. Now it's coming. Now in the second way, if we will do that, lookup. This is lookup value, then lookup vector is what? This is your lookup vector, and result vector is your employee name is your result vector. Here you can see that this 2 parameter is constant parameter, then we can use the F4, we can use the F4, we can also use the F4 here. Now you can see this is F4, this value, and drag this value. Automatically next value name is coming. This is wrong, yes, because the result vector is wrong. At that time we can only change the result vector. We can only change the basic salary. This is your basic salary. This is your HRA. So we cannot put the 3 times lookup and all this value. We can put only 1 times, and the last parameter we will change only. Here we will change the TA parameter. This is called TA, and this is here we will change the total parameter. Okay. Now complete this value, because all other value is same. Only for this value is changeable. This is a 30% to 15 to 40%. So make sure that you can use the $sign, otherwise else you can put it value as it is. Now this is a conclusion of the lookup. This is a very basic part of lookup. In the next video we will discuss VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP also. Thank you.